Record, take 5,253. I'm gonna make an iced coffee video. So this is me taking the shot. Lots of people were asking in other social medias for my recipes on my iced coffee. The cool thing is that I usually have an iced coffee maker, so I don't usually just throw my coffee into the fridge and wait for it to get cold, but I don't have ice, and lately I've just been way too lazy to make ice. I did have one thing full of it, but not enough to cool down a whole pot. I've been going between the vanilla caramel coffee and the regular Starbucks vanilla coffee. And so I did kind of a half and half in this pitcher, and then I just kind of waited for it to brew. And yes, normally I don't mind waiting for it to brew and then putting it in the in the fridge to get cold, but there's just nothing like having it instantly ready. So until then, I just need to catch up on my ice. So you guys are just gonna have to deal with this. So I have my red Keurig, and that's just my regular hot coffee. Then I have a gray Mr. Coffee ice maker along with all my toppings. This table is actually in the middle of my kitchen, and I really enjoyed it. I got the stand from Amazon, and it's just become like a peaceful place in my kitchen. I love it. So anyway, I love drinking out of a glass jar, so that's kind of what I'm going with today. We're gonna make a caramel French vanilla iced coffee, and we're gonna take the French vanilla creamer and we're gonna add half that and half sweet cream creamer. I absolutely love sweet cream because it's sweet and it's not really like a flavor besides the fact that it's sweet, and I love sweet. Also, don't forget, I created these in the texture that I like flavoring that I enjoy. Also, I recommend adding the ice first. I was so nervous making this video, but because people kept asking, I didn't want to keep pushing it off. It was supposed to be like a month and a half ago that someone requested this, and I just didn't get to it. I realize I said caramel, but I love sea salt caramel. Something about that little bit of salt in it that just brings out all types of flavors, and I just love this taste in general. So you're just gonna kind of twirl it around in there and add as much as you want. This is for you, and of course this is how I like it, so the more the merrier. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add that half. Remember, it is vanilla Starbucks coffee and the vanilla caramel cold brew coffee, and I'm gonna add that on top of my cold creamer and ice. And don't forget, the coffee is already cold, so do not add hot coffee to this. Then you're gonna get some heavy whipping cream, and again, this is all about how much you want. I love lots of it. Also, the way that I make whipped cream every time is slightly different. Today I wanted it to not be super thick, but have a tad bit runny, so when I go to stir my coffee and it gets towards the bottom, it's not super thick, but it's really just creamy and filling. Like, I just love that. So that's how I'm going to froth it. Also, I added some 10x sugar to it. I usually add some vanilla, but I didn't have it at the moment. So until then, again, this is kind of a throw together video. I was nervous and I was excited, but I also didn't have everything. But I guess this is a good video for those that just kind of put together what they have in their own kitchen. As you can see, it starts to get thicker and thicker. So really, you're just gonna froth it to the point of how thick you personally want it. You could also just go ahead and buy whipped cream. As you can see, it does come out, looks runny, but it tastes pretty thick, and it did peak, but not like a lot of people would like. But this is for me. Again, this is for me. And then, of course, I'm gonna go ahead and top it with my favorite. I'm just gonna add regular caramel on top, and this is my favorite brands of toppers. I'm not a professional here. Goodness sake, if I wasn't a mom and I had time, I would love to go work at an actual barista to learn the real names. So excuse me if you work at Starbucks. Grab yourself a straw, slap it on in there, and then take yourself a slurp. But if you're like me, I like to stir it together and then just kind of mix all those flavors that we created together. So when you have it, you have one mouthful of a delicious iced coffee that was created for your taste buds. So you can kind of mix this to however you please. This isn't for me, this is for you. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. filmed like 20 seconds of that video, so good job, babe. Way to go. If you're friends with me on social media, like Facebook, Instagram, or Snapchat, I've had more than like 4 or 5 people asking. So I was like, you know what? Sure, I'll just make an iced coffee because I make so much iced coffee. And shout out to my bestie for buying me an iced coffee maker, which I did not use in this video, but as I explained, life is chaotic lately, and yes, so this is about as good as I could do. So anyway, give me a thumbs up, please, and throw me a comment of what your favorite iced coffee is, and maybe I could attempt to make something. But I wanted to make one of my favorites, French vanilla caramel iced coffee, and yeah. Don't forget, I'm just a regular old mom making coffee in her kitchen. You can do this. Make something of your own. It's actually a lot of fun.